It's AV SuperFriends First Friday Live, a short, often impromptu show streamed live to the socials and usually on the correct day, the first Friday of the month. We've collected 2 or 3 topics, news stories, product announcements, social media posts, or email listserv messages, and we'll give you our honest opinions in about 15 minutes or less, or your money back. Offer not valid in some states. The show starts now. Yes, that said first Friday live because I don't have one for fifth Friday. I keep forgetting.
Don't worry about that.
I will make one eventually, and then we'll stop.
Last Friday. It's Sleepy Friday.
Current Friday live.
Somewhere
Sleepy
it's the first
Friday.
Friday right now. Just not here.
Well, yeah. It's but fifth. It's a fifth Friday.
Saturday over there.
Fifth Friday live. So, I got a handful of news stories, topics, things to discuss. We're going to rattle through these in a short period of time here. Do you guys want to timer up? We just want to keep ourselves honest on this.
You said a handful. I thought it was 3, so maybe we should do a timer.
1,
So we
2,
don't go.
3, 4. I've got 4.
We got 4. 4 in 15 minutes.
Is 4 a handful? Is 4 several?
It's a gaggle.
I missed
4's
one.
a handful in a farm country.
Yeah,
what?
that is true, Jamie. That is accurate.
4's a handful.
I know
in a
that.
farm
I know what
country.
that means, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you have a timer and
you
you
say
would like
timer?
to put it up,
What's
go.
going on here? All right,
Hey,
Let's do a
get
timer.
it going, man. I mean, we're wasting these people's time over here. Come on.
Wasting time is what I'm doing.
I know.
You want this up for 60 minutes, right?
90-minute show starts now. Anyway. Okay. Well,
Start that.
we'll get through that. We'll get ready.
You guys can't even
Stretch.
see the
It's going to be a
Doing this
sprint.
on the fly.
Yeah, it's live. You can see this whole thing. And
You should
for
have
those-
been on earlier watching.
For
us.
those that were on last week, congratulations. You got to witness that whole thing, and that was fun.
And I switched computers again.
We're already at
Everything blew
14.
up.
All right, we're already into this thing.
14
Jesus.
minutes.
Wow. Okay.
I said it for 15 minutes. How
Okay,
much
we'll
time do
go.
you want?
We'll
All right,
just-
let's go.
Let's go.
Per topic, 15 minutes. Let's
All
go.
right,
up
so
and
we
in.
got a lot of pre-ISE stuff coming up because ISE is next week, and there's going to be a ton of noise going on there. And travel safe for all those of you traveling who shouldn't be traveling there, but whatever.
You could have gone just with your VR headsets. You could have hung out in Spain. There's no
Could have
reason
gone to
go
Spain
there.
with your VR headsets and missed it. So.
Would have been immersive.
Immersive in some paella. All right. So the first one here is just some dual announcements, both from Listen Technology as well as Williams, saying that they are now shipping, but not really shipping, their Auracast stuff.
They're getting ready to.
They're starting to
Kind
think
of.
about shipping it.
Yeah.
I can see pricing on it, and I can
Hey, that
order
means
it.
it's almost real.
Is it competitive pricing? Are we getting close? Is this affordable, Justin? You don't have to give us the exact number, but are we getting comparable?
I don't know if that's really what I'm looking for because I think this is going to be that game changer to replace.
Oh, you're just all in. You don't
RF,
just empty the
IR,
pockets.
Like, yeah,
I'll take all of it. Doesn't
well,
even
I
matter.
mean, there's going to
so
be some
good.
competition.
Don't even tell
there
me the price.
to drive down price. So it's got to be fair enough. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to replace all my hearing assistants with this eventually.
How many is that?
Eventually, yeah. But
Is it like 2?
Well, the new projects that come up, where I'm not specking RF or IR anymore. I'm just going to go this.
Like this is what you get?
by the way, I don't know if you guys have dealt with this recently, but having as with every new semester brings a challenge from the disability support group who wants to get this stuff working for students. The students themselves hate wearing the assisted listening headsets.
I think this is bigger than hearing assistance, though. I think this is a tool for all classrooms. It can be.
I'm going to start my own little pirate radio.
Oh, so
station.
Justin, you're saying you're just going to put it everywhere and then make it their choice.
I would
If you
like
want to listen,
to.
go right ahead.
Like people could drop it on their phones and listen in the back of the room, and it's going to be a nice flexible tool. It's not going to go everywhere, even though I want it to. But
I'm just going to have a
Can't
mobile
afford
one in my
that.
backpack. Just, hey, listening, just traveling around.
But where we have hearing assistance going forward, new projects, that's going to be my standard to spec.
What about that stadium?
There's no
So tired. You see the
loudspeakers in the
bags?
stadium.
Under these eyes, that's the stadium at work.
Okay, so
I'm
What do you
tired.
call that? It's like a silent disco, but it's a stadium.
yes,
Yeah.
Everyone put
the
on
world's
these cans.
largest silent disco and loudest. It's the loudest silent disco.
Ever watch one of those on YouTube? It's weird because you're just
Yeah.
watching people dance and not listening to the music.
That's what's so funny about it.
You can just click the mute button. It's the same thing. So, all right. So yes, I think we're seeing these things baby step closer to reality with the Auracast Bluetooth system. I think it is cool. We're seeing it from multiple manufacturers.
What's the
because-
holdup, though?
I don't
Do we
know.
know?
What am I, a product manager?
Well, yeah, that's where I
Tariffs.
thought we were going to, Chris. Like you led
Who
off
knows?
with this. I thought we had some breaking news that, like,
Yeah, the breaking news is come talk to us at ISE and you can have these in 8 months.
8 months more?
I don't know. What
They're
do I-
building it up. I mean, they're doing a whole campaign. They're like, let's just keep the hype cycle going here, man. We're gonna.
I think
they're
it's
gonna
still
come out.
chip availability. I think.
Chip availability. I like that answer. That sounds
Firmware.
legit.
Well,
There's
not that
bugs in
they're
the
not
firmware.
available, but I mean, it's not.
There's one guy making them.
This Bluetooth protocol is not across everything, so it's not.
No, it's
I
not.
just
That's
think-
that's the biggest issue we're gonna have. It's part of this the spec, but that spec is not widely adopted.
yeah.
It's getting there.
yeah.
They're
Yet.
waiting for adoption. So it's like, well,
Well, if they're waiting for that, it's gonna be 5
Everybody
years.
out there, just go buy iPhone 20s. Those are available
well,
right
well,
now.
well, let's do the exercise. If you bought it today, Justin, how pissed would you be if you had nothing that worked with it? How are you still
I'm
delivering the
assuming
service?
that the belt packs that I bought with it would work, and that would be it. And
Yeah,
I'm
as a kit,
waiting
yes.
for the
So
other
you're
shit
just
to
a kit,
come
okay.
on board. Yeah, it's going to be.
But it's all about the hope of the other stuff. I mean,
Yes,
fundamentally, that's
that's
what we want to
the-
see. Because I mean,
correct.
trading this box for that box, you haven't solved
Everybody's been
anything.
pushing all this Ethernet multicast
That's
shit.
never gonna
I'm
catch
not,
on.
I'm
Don't
not
use
doing
Ethernet.
that.
Yeah.
That's not. I'm not going to do
Nobody wants Ethernet.
Yeah.
multicast on wireless.
He's going
on
to start
enterprise.
sending video over Bluetooth all over his network. It's going to be great.
You can do that.
Sure.
Let's
Go
sign
right
me
ahead.
up.
You're not doing that?
You be first.
Yeah.
I'll try it tomorrow.
You're the guy. All right. So hopefully you will see that more from similar players. Sennheiser, Shure, whoever. Those all start kind of using
Whoever. Just
whoever.
Yeah.
The audio guys, the audio people, the audio
Well,
companies.
and it's ISE, so there will be a few that you're like, who? But it's popular in Europe, so.
It's true.
Like Sonos, like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Not that.
What? Ooh, nah, ah. Yeah. All right. So look for more stuff on that maybe or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much coverage this gets in the education market by people who should be paying attention, but we know they're not because they're just talking about lecterns and other stuff.
It's a big,
Okay.
big stuff here.
Let's see. Let's talk about this one. So this one
about it.
press release came out from a small Canadian company by the name of Zilliqa.
Hmm.
They announced the Zilliqa Room Hub.
I know those people.
Do know those people.
Well,
This is a potential, like, what would you call this thing? Like, I want to say a killer app, but it's not an application. So.
no, it's the correct form factor and the horsepower we need.
It's like a bridge with a USB bridge with a DSP with a. It's a very interesting doodad. Let's put it that way.
It's almost
This
a
is-
widget.
this is
but
the
it's a little
widget
bit
you want.
bigger than a widget. It's just got like a little more horsepower that takes it out of the widget classification.
I don't know. I'd think it's still in Widget Town.
Okay.
It's small like
Is there a
widget.
link? You got a link through up there?
I guess I could.
You could. I mean, you talk
guys
about it.
could be looking at the
I mean,
same document
but
I am.
we've been. Well, yeah, I can see it. It's not for me. I've seen the thing. It's for everybody else.
What does it look like? An Apple TV?
You
or
put it in a
something?
private chat. Geez, you got to put it for the people, Chris.
That's
Well,
for,
if I
I'm
click on
doing
it,
enough
then I can
stuff.
share
You
my
guys do
screen.
something.
This looks like a
Justin,
toaster
bring your
oven.
screen back up. We'll fix your
We've
audio.
been talking about small form
It looks
factor
like a toaster
DSPs for a
oven.
while now, right? And we've wanted
For several years, we've been looking for a small form factor DSP with all the right I/O on it, and
Yeah,
Maybe
and
this
and
is
this
it.
looks like it has it. A little bit of analog
Hold
in
on.
and out.
Let's
It's
see if I can blow
flexible.
this up.
right.
Right, and then I like that it has the Dante or AS67. It has a small DSP. Has
Is this going to work?
two different USB paths. I
Justin
I
wants
think
to
it's going
share
to be
your
a
screen.
cool little thing. I hope it's priced right, and I'd like to see it for real.
It says I'm sharing,
Yeah, the
but
tiniest
it's not
screen.
sharing.
we're in a different
Oh,
layout.
the administrator did not allow me to share.
You're
no,
sharing.
we're in a
There it
different
is.
layout there, buddy. So
There
there's
you
your.
go. So look at that little
Also,
cute
there's an
little fella.
ad from Columbia there, so you can go
Yeah,
buy your
your
Columbia
sportswear.
men's
Hey,
full
there's
zip,
that.
whatever.
Yeah.
So
it's-
Jamie, you're right. It has digital, it has analog. So for those, in most rooms, I think most systems
Hey,
these
look,
days,
new ads.
they're still. Why do you have ads running on your browser? What's
I have
wrong?
no idea what's happening with this.
He didn't go to actual Zilliqa's website.
Okay, we're done with that. We're out of there. Okay, we saw it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So
box.
most rooms we do these days, even in our all digital world of everything's USB or network based streams, there's still a few analog devices. So having a little bit of analog I/O is still important. And the dual NIC for people who like to live on their island town but also play nice with enterprise. I think there's a lot of potential in something like this. And the physical form factor is small, so you can
Wedge
bury
it
it in a rack.
wherever
You
you
can
wanna wedge it thing
wedge
in
it
it,
under, wedge it under a
Wedgery.
table, wedge it behind a display, wherever you want to.
put them
wedge
wherever
it
you
at.
want. Yeah, wherever you can.
I've
just
got
Use it
some
as stop
DSP
block
horsepower.
for your trailer. Well,
Right, whatever you need, it's going to do it.
That actually might work.
It'll work. So yeah.
So
clever.
looks very cool. I know that this will be rolling out later this year, but I'm sure we'll get some more information about it soon. Keep your eyes on this one. It's a interesting little device.
Disruptor in town. New disruptor coming.
Very much so.
I think so. Yeah. Tell me you don't need 27 analog inputs on this little thing. Are you sure?
Well, I mean,
Don't need 27.
I need 26.
Yeah,
28. So anyway,
meet you halfway. I call it 30.
yeah. So cool little box there, doing a lot of things. I think it's, as a friend of mine would say, it is punching above its weight. So.
Ooh, there you go.
All right. Next up,
kicking the coverage.
yes.
Sounds like a wireless commercial now. What's going on? Yeah.
This one from let's see, from I think some of the team or most of the team formerly at Bird Dog, now at Turtle AV.
Oh,
Yeah, like one or two of the top guys, the engineering guys that started Bird Dog and jumped on the NDI bandwagon, they left about a year ago, 18 months ago, and everybody's like, what's going on with Bird Dog? Then they came out with this announcement that new company.
New company with a huge product line too, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, they've just been like hanging out, developing all this stuff,
Yeah.
and then painting it green and shipping it.
I find it interesting
Orange.
because
I think it's
you know
orange.
when this guy was at Bird Dog, right? They climbed on NDI and that's what they ran with, and now it's Dante AV. And they're trying to run the products out there for the video portion of Dante, and
A very difficult company to find. Yeah.
but I'm curious. They're still new-ish. Yeah, like this is their first go at this, but I don't.
Well, they're also selling through distribution too, which is kind of interesting.
I think the name is very interesting. I don't think they have a marketing department yet. Because why would you name an AV product after a slow animal? Unless they just, I love turtles. Like that whole meme.
maybe that's
Remember
it.
that? Like they just love turtles.
Hey,
could be.
Google is named after something one of the founders' kids said, and then they spelled it incorrectly. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
so
Oh, it is
it's
green. I
a
thought it
whole
was
product
orange.
line in Dante. So, Jamie, to your point, they went Dante AV instead of NDI on this one, but there's still a lot of kind of like analog devices, mixers, matrix switchers, things that are not analog, baseband that are more traditional in that sense. That are so they're really coming up with a big wide ecosystem to support all this, which is kind of an interesting play to come out instead of saying here's one or two boxes and we're going to do this and this is what we're focusing on. They're like we can do everything.
Yeah.
The only thing they don't have is a control system, and that's probably coming.
It's probably going to work. They did have an interesting form factor USB 3.0 extender kit. I know of all the weird things you'd think, but like that, a small one that's not like the size of a full-fledged PC that you have to bolt on with like a Kindorf thing and all kinds of crap. Like nice little cute one that's very similar to like the USB 2.0 kind of stuff. But this was a 3.0. I was like, that's clever. Though don't transport USB, but here's one.
I like how their
Don't do that.
digital readouts look like a speedometer from, some 1980s car.
You got your
kinda
Dante
cool
power
looking.
amp.
I mean, like with a little meter that goes around numbers like that,
Yeah.
because that's what my truck does.
150 watt Dante power amp. Go for it.
So yeah, very interesting to see where these guys go, and it may just be one of those utility companies, utility brands out there that just you use all over the place to just kind of stitch stuff together, and it may work just great.
Yeah.
So interesting to see someone else in that market, though.
Yeah, it's rare that we get like a whole new AV manufacturer just springs up out of nowhere and has
Out of whole cloth.
We've been
whole
asking, where's this
product
Dante
catalog.
video? There it is.
There it is, exactly.
Yeah, I
right
think
there.
next week we're going to see a bunch of it.
Which version of Dante video? There's a 3.
Yeah, and
right?
that's what bothers me too.
I forgot which version. I don't know.
I was talking
Probably
Does
to
not
all
the
of
one
them.
you want.
a
Whatever one you
manufacturer
want.
the other day, and I was like,
But everybody's got their own versions of AV over IP, so we're just looking at it differently because it's Dante and they have one version of audio, right? So it's similar to what other people are doing. It's just weird because it's Dante.
Trying to find which Dante is this?
All of them.
It's all of the.
Which one do you
Dantes.
want?
Okay.
Yeah.
AV-A.
That's the problem. You run into
It's
the
dash A.
There you go.
Says it right
run
there.
run into
The
the
Chazzy 4K family AV. Yeah. Chazzy.
Is that an Australian term? Is that something we're missing the joke on? And
I
they're
don't
like,
know.
dude, call it
Chazzy turtle. It's a Chazzy turtle.
I'm going to look that up on Urban Dictionary right now.
Okay, well, good.
And
See
then we're
what it
going to read
says.
it out loud.
Let's do it.
oh boy.
And now it's gonna be you're gonna out.
Well, there is
Just
a
censor
definition there.
yourself.
It's clean. I'm not
let's
sure they
read it.
want to be associated with it.
It's okay.
All right. Well,
Well, so in this case would be chazy, a term loosely used to describe someone who's both cheap and lazy.
oh,
Hey,
well,
The cheap
there
and
you
lazy
go.
turtle.
Are they doing it? Are they implying that we're all cheap and lazy, or
I don't
Makes you
know,
wonder.
but
Okay.
Benefit of the doubt towards them. We'll see what happens in a few months. So.
Okay.
All right, last one is from AV Interactive, and let me drop this into the comments for everybody. No, paste it down here. Like
Paste
that.
it right in there. There you go.
And this
Bang.
is an article says, teachers say flat screen TVs hamper pupil engagement. So fundamentally, they're saying that projectors are better than TVs, paid for by Epson.
Yeah, isn't that the first
So
line?
you got to
of the
read
story?
into.
Yes.
No, it's literally the
What they're
fourth word,
saying.
Justin.
It's in there.
So-
The fourth word.
Yeah. Read into it.
Yes.
I-
Take your time. We'll wait. Go ahead and read that article, and then come back, and then
Or just
it's-
read the
it
lead.
certainly
That's it.
seems like this is probably maybe K-12-ish in nature.
This sounds like please buy projectors because TVs are too expensive of that size.
And if you're, and clearly you would never put the correct
Please-
size TV on a wall.
Please come back
LCD.
and buy projectors.
Well, and Mark, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think a lot of the schools who do this, they're K-12, a lot of the schools there deploy as many as they can get, and they're 55, 60, 65 inches, which is
K through
fine
12.
if you're sitting in the first 4 rows of the class.
Right.
Yeah, they hate projectors. They will. I guess they still think they're all bulbs. I don't really know. It's a support and maintenance issue. They do have thousands of classrooms, so 65-inch TV, throw it up on the wall. We're done. They don't care what size
is
of
the right
classroom.
size for
it
nothing.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's just
It's a no duh article
Yeah.
that just doesn't. But it hurts more that it's like, well,
I think
buy
the-
Epson. Like, oh,
I
come
think the
on.
target there is K through 12 faculty, maybe.
Yeah.
Or probably
No.
administrators, honestly. That, hey,
Yeah.
if you're the
C-level.
IT administrator for a large district, like you said, and you have 4,000 classroom spaces to worry about, you need to size your displays correctly. In some cases, yes. If you need a big enough display for the student in the back row to see, 99% of the time, that's going to be a projector. So go get yourself the right size projector to put on your
Correct.
classroom wall.
This is straight
Stop
up
buying
that.
your 55-inch TVs that you got for $7.99 and sticking on the wall that the students can't read because they can't read them.
It's propaganda from Big Projector. That's all this is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
projector.
They're coming to get you. Like, don't buy LCD screens. Buy projectors. Here's a pack of cigarettes.
I just bought 40 some projectors. So I'm still buying projectors because no one's making 160-inch.
Don't say no one because they're
Oh,
gonna come
you
out
let
of
me
the
finish.
woodwork. Yeah.
No one's making 160-inch displays that are
you're
affordable on a
chasey.
large scale. I am very chasey. I am going to just
Define
be
affordable.
affordable to my budget, which is I'm not spending $38,000 per space. So
We had a show two weeks ago that talked about affordable Costco screens that size. So
Yeah, you could've
I
been in
don't
there.
know why you're upset.
That's right.
yes,
So,
'cause
yes,
that's the other thing I'm
they
not
were-
putting on my networks is any smart TVs.
You don't have to put it on your network.
So I had someone, I kid you not, stop by my office the other day and say, "How do we get our smart TV on the Wi-Fi?" It's like,
I was like, I don't know. How do you do? No clue.
It's a joke, Chris. That was the punchline.
so many things you said in that question are so wrong that it's just
Okay. So, correct size displays
size your displays
forever and
correctly.
always. Yes. That's that's the first rule.
Let's summarize here. Get the proper size display for what you need. Look for Dante AV to make a big splash at ISE, but be careful because there's like 7 different versions of Dante AV.
Buyer beware.
But, buyer beware. Yes. Look for interesting disruptor mini DSP bridge device switcher thingies from companies you might not look at because they're not giant booths. And what was the other one we talked about?
Yes.
Yes,
Sure
that
was.
thing. And Bluetooth audio systems
yeah.
getting closer. So maybe.
That's it. We
Okay,
made it.
there we go.
We're done. Got it.
It was
You're all
like
welcome.
18 minutes or something.
Go look at it. Start thinking about things. And good luck at traveling to ISE.
So yeah, travel safe, everyone going to ISE. Enjoy your time there. For those of you who are there on false pretenses, we look at you with the skunk eye. So. And you know who you are.
False pretenses.
They know who they are, who should have no business doing that. So
All right. Well, get us out of here, Chris.
because I'm going to just say I've got manufacturers reaching out to me saying, why are all these people talking about ISE? I'm like, yeah, why are they?
It's like who?
Yeah.
What people?
Oh,
Who the?
That
who
said,
I don't
Would
know,
it be better if it
Justin.
said, I'm going just for fun? Would it be?
yeah.
If somebody
actually.
said I was going on vacation and while I'm there, I'm going to stop by this trade show, great. But otherwise,
All right. Fair enough. We did it.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
We did it. A short show just for the first Friday of the month.
Fifth Friday.
Follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter to join us next time. And you'll find the full slate of recorded podcasts and everything else we do at our website, avsuperfriends.com.